Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back for another unboxing video. Today we are going to be unboxing, I'm sure you figured it out. It's gonna be Magician's Force. This was a very, very popular box around the time it was released. This is one of the first boxes that actually gave us, dare I say, playable competitive cards that didn't simply have a high attack and defense. Of course, it gave us a lot of the, Yugi-centric cards, but also things like Breaker the Magical Warrior. That was incredibly important at the time. Always afraid of this part, afraid of two parts. Trying to open this up, simply, oh crap, I broke the box. Because it's so difficult, there's so many packs inside of these. They all come with 40 packs. Yep, you heard that correctly. Not 24, not 36. It is a solid 40 packaroonies right here. I'm actually gonna, okay, I think I'll figure that out afterwards. All right, let's start opening them. I have some extra card sleeves on the side. I'm gonna take the first couple of ones over here and I'm gonna try and flip this one upside down simply because the camera for some reason loves Yugi's face and is always zooming into it. So the trick is to not cut the cards that are inside. Hopefully I did that. Open them up a tiny bit. Alrighty, here we go. I have no idea what this is, but it's like people in a locker room or something like that. Alright, get the zoom. Perfect. Looks like you detach an armor or something like that, not really sure. Old Vindictive Magician. This was the card that was similar to Man-Eater Bug and became quite popular at the same exact time. This was, I have no idea what this card is anymore, my gosh. But, there we go. Hold on, wait. Yeah, Yugi's face is in a thing again. That's why it wasn't zooming. It was constantly trying to figure out what was going on. All right, there we go. Zombie Tiger Man thing. An anti-spell? I forgot what this was. I think you detach something from a monster. These cards were really weird. I think this one is called People Running Around. I'm not even joking. There were multiple cards that had scenes of people that you could kind of connect together. And there was a card I think called Revolution that if you had these cards on the field, all the terrified people with Revolution, I think you would basically do Raigeki or something along those lines. Amazonas Piper, I think her name was. Armor something. Another zombie knight monster as well. And I think this is when we first got unions. Unions were the equipped monsters for monsters, as opposed to just being equipped spells and traps. They started introducing those at the exact same time. Never really caught on. They tried them a lot with, I think, ABC Cannon, and then they tried XYZ Cannon, and, some popularity. One of the very early, I gotta figure out how to make it just zoom on the card. Okay. Very early 1800 monsters, quite popular. Another Amazonas, Amazonas Fighter, I think this one was called. The armor card again. I think this was also another Union monster. Maybe this will work. Yeah, there we go. And this is, you should know this as well. I think this is Rivalry of Warlords. I think you can only have one attribute on your side of the field at a time. Also a very overlooked card that people just did not pay attention to because, why would you care back then? But as things became more centered on keeping one attribute or one type of monster on the field, things changed. This is the other one. This is the other terrified people card. I wonder why they made these. I wonder what was the idea behind them. Amazonas, Poison of the Old Man. This became a very popular card as well as time went on due to burn decks. You either recovered life points or you would burn your opponent, I think, what was it? Or burn them for 800 life points, which became quite significant later on in Yu-Gi-Oh!, at least when I was playing. And this one, I have no idea what this is. No idea. Couldn't tell you if I tried. Could not remotely even begin to remember what that card was called. All right. I think I cut this one wrong. Okay, we're trying not to break it. Okay, good. Pigeonholing book or spellbook of pigeonholing, I think it was called. One of the Dark Scorpion cards, which were also quite popular. This was, I think it was pay 1,500 life points to do Monster Reborn. I think that's what it was. Something cylinder thing. It was mainly only used because of its defense, at least back in the day. And I don't know what this is. It's like Golden Acorn or something like that. Okay, last pack from this bunch. Anti-spell? Counter anti-spell? It was something along the lines of, I think you had to remove spell counters on your side of the field from your field, and then you would negate a spell card, but it made no sense because we had Magic Jammer. Goblin Orc thingy, another spell counter card, the Reborn card, and like Master Thief, I don't know what this card is. This is around the time when Yu-Gi-Oh!, it sounds stupid, actually became more complicated. And people were realizing that there were so many extra combos to have with these cards. And I remember like, when my friends didn't care about certain cards, I also didn't care about them because I was like, the card doesn't really do anything. So we began to really just focus on kind of winning at that point. You can, this is called, it's not Divine Shield. My Body as a Shield. Pay 1,500 life points to destroy a card that's trying to destroy your cards. This was also very popular. This was also, oh my gosh, I haven't seen this in so long. Royal Magical Library. Every time you play a spell card, put a spell counter on this card. You can remove 3 spell counters to draw a card from your deck. Keeping in mind, this is very old school Yu-Gi. Like this was broken back in the day. Like the idea of being able to use that with Exodia was nuts. Kaiser Coliseum, another like really, this is when Yu-Gi-Oh! Became to like, it was growing quite rapidly in the space. I think you could only have one type of monster, you and your opponent, or one monster, like only the same amount of monsters. There's something about field control that was very popular. This, I don't know, is just a mechanical box. I have no idea what this thing is at all. Couldn't tell you if I tried. And this is Thunder Ruler? I think it's Thunder Ruler. I think you stop this is also one of the more popular uncommon cards from the set. I think you would stop the battle phase, or your opponent had no battle phase that turn. I think that's what it was. Disarmament, also very popular. This is old school. This was Giant Orc, 2200 attack, the first monster, 4 stars with 2200 attack. It's basically a beatdown card. Whenever you would attack with it, it would then shift into defense position. But if you got in that 2200 attack during that turn, like you were good. Like you destroyed one of their monsters. Another one of these. And this was the Giant Robo something. Robo Knight. I think if you destroyed a monster, you would draw a card with it. Robo Knight. Knight Robo or something like that. Cleaning Robo Knight. This was meant to be, I think, if your opponent played Pot of Greed, I think you would take the Pot of Greed from them. Oh my gosh, no way. Oh, this should be the secret rare. This should be the secret rare. Do you have any idea what this card is? Oh my gosh, this is Magical Scientist. This actually broke Yu-Gi-Oh! And this was one of the beginnings of the reasons why we have the banned list. 1 star, 300 attack, 300 defense. You can pay 1,000 life points to summon I think a level 5? Level 6. Level 6 or lower fusion monster from your fusion deck. They could attack, but could not attack directly. People basically figured out you would use this card. There's another card called Catapult Turtle, who basically is like Cannon Soldier, but he does it based on their attack. So you would summon this card, you would have the Catapult Turtle next to it. You would basically summon a whole bunch of fusion monsters, attack them into your opponent's attack position monsters, what have you. They would take damage, and then you would launch the monsters with the Catapult Turtle. And no matter what you did, for some reason, the combo always came out to exactly 8,000 life points. This was the beginning of madness in Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my gosh, like if this card ever comes back, people are gonna break it immediately. You have no idea. I don't remember what this was, but he looks like he is not having a good day. He does not look happy right there. A Neko Main King, I think this was called. And remove brainwashing. If your opponent had one of their monsters or your monsters on their side of the field, basically the control would go back to the original owner. This is crazy. I'm more excited about getting a magical scientist than I am about like the actual hollows in the set. I don't get why they made that card. It's so broken. Dragon Emblem, it is one of the Buster Blader cards. I think you search your deck for a Buster Blader. I think that's what it is. I think Magical Mandragora. I think you give one monster on your side of the field a spell counter. This is a union card to equip them together. Another union card to equip them together. An anti-magic spell something. You would remove, I think, spell counters as well from the field. Another terrified people running around. Zombie Tiger. Spell counter thing. Union card. And this was DD Trainer. This is one of the first cards that actually removes stuff from the game. So I think if you destroyed a monster by battle with 1400 attack, it would remove the monster from the game, which was quite significant back then, as monsters weren't as big, or if you had an equip spell card, like my friends used to love to play. They used to always love to remove my stuff from the game because they thought that was funny. I don't know what this is. Weird. I have no idea. I think Magician Sprite was it what this was called? White Dragon Ritual, something Trainer Orc is what this was called, and the Spell Book of something happening. Let's try and open up another batch of them. It's like hyper nostalgic to do these things. For those of you who missed it in the other video, I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or had been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Since around 2001. And I roughly played until around 2015, 2016, like tournament-wise, like actually playing in tournaments and stuff all the time. It's one of my main hobbies. Another 1800 attack monster. Zombie Man. Remove spell counters. What is this? I couldn't tell you if I tried. And I think this is called Blade Knight. 1800 attack, 4 stars. Very popular card. That is until... Did I even open this? I don't think this is open. Try not to cut the cards. That is until we got the Gemini Elves, the Gemini Twins. Remove spell counters. Magical Marionette. This was also popular amongst my friends. I think for every spell counter on this card, you would get 300 attack. You could remove spell counters, I think 3 of them, to gain control of one of your opponent's monsters. So it was fairly balanced. You had the tribute a monster, to summon this out, you had the hope it lived, you had to play 3 spell cards, it was kind of worth it. Equip card, and Giant Orc, and remove spell something. I don't think I opened all of these correctly. I'm gonna have to do them like 2 at a time because I refuse to cut into the actual cards by mistake. Oh yeah, I can see it now. The top of them weren't really opened. Remove armaments. Old Vindictive Magician, a very mean name for a card. Armor card. Zombie Tiger Man. Remove spell. I've noticed a lot of the times for the Korean cards, sometimes when 2 packs are together, they have almost identical cards. It's very, very weird. People Panicking. This is another Dragon Union card. I forgot what this one is called. Another Union card. They were really trying to make these work. This card is also banned in the game now. I think it's called Mash Driver. Tribute a monster, inflict 400 damage to your opponent. This is also an issue with the Magical Scientist and some other cards and Scapegoat and other things that came out along the way. This was some Amazon card. I think it stopped them from being destroyed. I don't remember how though. Pretty cool art, at least for the time. Okay, here we go. The other... I'm so afraid. I can feel the cards down here. Okay. Awesome. I don't know if you guys can hear my neighbor playing piano. My Body as a Shield. If it focuses, there we go. Royal Magical Library. Kaiser Coliseum. Mystic Box Thingy. And Thunder of Ruler. We haven't gotten any hollows. We haven't gotten one single hollow yet. Not even one. Nope, no hollows. Anti-Spell. Magical Marionette. Oh my gosh, there's so many iconic cards in here. This is Wave Motion Cannon. This also, people were trying to talk about getting this banned, but it's fairly easy to remove. Anyway, continuous. Every turn that it's on the field, it gains 1,000 power. So after 4 turns, if you had this on the field and it had 4,000 power, you could send it to the graveyard or launch it, and it would inflict 4,000 damage to your opponent. So sometimes at least in my tournaments, your opponent usually had to figure out if they wanted to destroy your monster or to destroy this. They had to waste resources on some kind of thing. Because if you got this to at least 3 turns to do 3,000 damage, your opponent was done for. Like, you didn't even have to wait 8 turns. 3,000 damage direct from one card. It was mind-boggling. Giant Orc. An anti-spell old man monster thing again. Try and move some of these out of the way. Last pack from this batch. Pigeonholing. Union Dragon Monster. Rivalry again. This, I think, gave something a spell counter. I think that's what it was. Another DD Trainer. Try and do a big batch this time. Okay, the cards are down there. Oh, crap. Okay. Oh, boy. Too many. That's too many. That's too many. That's too many. That was way too many. Okay, remind me to never do that again. That was way too many of them. I felt like something was wrong midway. My body is a shield. Oh, this is new. I think it's called Ice Beast. I don't remember the name of it exactly. Also, don't know what this is supposed to be. Also, don't know what this is. Shaman something? I couldn't. Another Dark Blade Knight. I'm hoping for one card. One card. I mean, you have to know which card I'm waiting for. It is like the card of the set. Poison of the Old Man. Zombie Knight Monster, and the Union card. There's one particular card I'm waiting for. This was the Molten Beast, I believe it was. I think you're supposed to like union them together. Pineapple something, Blade Knight armor, and the Amazon card. Not one hollow yet. Ushi-Oni Monster. Amazon Muscle Woman. I forgot what this card is called. Don't remember. Union card. And another Rivalry. Emblem. What is that? That looks crazy. 2,000 defense is like a screaming tree. Alright. Armor. What the heck is this? It has to be some kind of a spell counter card. I don't think I've ever seen this in my life. I have no idea what this is. Alright. Oh, wait, it's a rare. So it goes over here. You see how I'm mixing up the rares and the uncommons because some of these cards are like Scared People, Amazon Shaman, I think maybe, Kaiser Coliseum, Dragon Thing. Question, this box is crazy. There's not one hollow. I haven't gotten one single hollow yet. Some type of magic thing, I'm sure. I think it's not called Death Vampire. I forgot what this card is called. Remove Brainwashing, Poison of the Old Man. And this was the first card that gave piercing damage in the game. I think it gave you 400 attack and piercing. So this card became dangerous when we got another card called Ben Kai. And every single time that he was equipped with an equipment spell card, he could attack one more time. So you would basically summon him, equip him with United We Stand, Mage Power, Axe of Despair, and this card. And he could attack 4 or 5 times, and he had piercing damage. It was just nuts back then. Anti-Spell, Goblin Trainer. There we go. Revive card. What is this? What is this? How do I not know so many of the rares? That's so crazy. Okay, getting down to the final stretch here. All right, wish me luck. I haven't gotten any yet. Kaiser Coliseum, Ice Beast, Scared People, question mark. Here's one, first one, Tribe Infecting Virus. I think this card is currently unbanned once again in the game because it's not as powerful as a lot of the new cards. I used to love this card. Discard a card, say a type, and all monsters from that type would go to the graveyard. So if you would say machines, all machines would go. You could keep, I think you could keep discarding as many times as you wanted, but it became quite busted back in the day where basically like, if somebody was playing one specific kind of deck, you could get rid of it in one shot. It became very unfair. But also, nearly all the new Yugi stuff is also very unfair. Pigeonholing, Dark Scorpion, Roulette Table, the pineapple thing. It's like my ninth one. Ninth one of these terrified people. Dragon, also Union Dragon. Mass Driver, and Amazoness Tiger. As well, pretty cool art. Let me move this gigantic pile of cards. The card packs keep falling on the floor, it's not my fault. Something Designator, don't remember what this is called. Lava, Pigeonholing. Ah, here's another uncommon card. A lot of people, I think maybe don't know about this one. It's called Secret Barrel, and I don't think that it would be super popular in the game, at least around this time. For every card in your opponent's field and in their hand, deal 200 damage to them. It's basically a stall card. It's a very easy way of inflicting tons of damage to your opponent. I used to love it. Okay. This is a Skilled Dark Magician? Skilled Dark Magician. I think when you have 3 spell counters on this card, you could remove them and summon a Dark Magician, I believe, from your deck. But no one did that. Why? Because it's 4 stars and has 1900 attack. So this became one of the biggest, most popular beatdown cards because it was a 4-star and had 1900 attack. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. The name of the game back then was Beatdown, at least until we started getting some of the other sets where things became a little bit more unfair. Move these out of the way. 2 more packs from this set, at least from the ones that we cut open. Union, Scary Tree Man monster thing, My Body as a Shield, Pineapple thing, and Skilled White Magician, okay? Makes a lot of sense. This one would summon, I believe, Buster Blader. It was not used. Can you tell why? Because it only has 1700 attack. Nobody was willing to use it. Nobody wanted to use it. It needed 200 more attack. It was shunned. Shunned. Nobody wanted to even think about using it. Last one from this thing. Pigeonholing, Dragon Thing, Rivalry, Clear Mind or Calm Mind, I think this was called. And Tribute Doll. I think you could choose one of your opponent's monsters and use their monster as a tribute for your tribute summon. I think that's what that card did. All right, we've only gotten 3 holos. 40 packs, 7 left. We should, by all logic, the way that I've seen Korean packs working so far, is you tend to get, it's on this side. Okay, you tend to get 2 ultra rares. Sometimes, of course, a secret. Open these as well. And around 4 to 5 super rares. I want to say 5. 5 super rares, 2 ultras, and 1 secret. It tends to be the general thing. Maybe all of them are in the last couple of cards. Emblem, Old Tree, Thunder of Ruler. Oh, here we go. Armor thing, is that something big? No, I think it's called Anti. I don't remember what it was called. It's like some kind of wager card. I don't remember what it does though at all. Spell card. Tree Man, remove brainwashing. Poison of the Old Man. This box is weird. This box is so weird. This is the union card for the fire and water thing that we saw. This box is so super weird. White Dragon Ritual. Tree. Jar of Greed card. It's also the first time we're getting this one. What is this? Some kind of like meteor card. I don't know what that is. And this is YZ Dragon Cannon. Very cool. A lot of people also tried to make this work. It didn't work. Spoiler. Having to summon these like monsters with no real attack and defense on the field, no effects, hoping that they ended up working out, that they stayed alive, that your opponent wasn't knocking into your life points, and then fusing them together, and then trying to get I mean, it just didn't make a lot of sense. Pigeonholing. You gonna focus? Or do I have to do it for you? Thunder Ruler. Union. And this was called Double Spell. I think any spell you were casting or were going to cast, you would cast twice. I think that's what it did. Very pretty card. Looks very cool. Okay, we got 3 packs left. Only 3. We should be getting another super rare. And listen, if we can get a super, an ultra, and a secret out of 3 packs, then we won the whole game. That should be the probability of the next couple of cards. Question mark. Shaman something. All right. Last 2. See what we get. Armor. A body as a shield. This, wow, he found it. Revolution. This is the card I was telling you about, like with all the scared people. I think if you had them on the field and you found this, then you would do something. I think you basically did Raigeki. And whoa! Here's another really cool one. Here's the other ultra rare I was talking about. This is Luster Dragon. It's one of the first 1900 attack monsters. See how close I can bring it to the camera. It's very, very pretty. I remember pulling this in a pack. I think I don't remember what I wanted from the pack. I wanted something else, but this actually helped me win a lot of duels. 1900 attack was absolutely nothing to scoff at back in the day. If you had this and Gemini Elf, and you knew how to play your cards right, literally, you would win a lot of different duels. Last pack. Last pack. Jar. Volcano Rockman. Pineapple thing. Blades. And I think it's called Dark Core. Crazy. Typically, at least the Korean boxes that I've opened up before, you tend to see a lot more. So I got the 2 ultras. I'm missing the secret rare, which I was hoping for, Dark Magician Girl. And roughly between 4 to 5 super rares is kind of the general number that you end up getting. Yeah. All right, everyone. That's going to do it for this video. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. Thank you all once again for watching. And yeah, see you in the next one.